To be honest, I hated this tool when I first tried it, and if it wasn't for the fact that I like Alex Hormozi and Sam Ovens, I would have given up there and then. I mean, it's missing some pretty basic features that really should be included in a tool like this. But once I realized a few key things about Skool and how it should be used, it all started to click and I was absolutely hooked and could see the raw potential as a creator. However, it's definitely not for everyone, and it does have some issues inside that may be deal breakers for you depending on how you're planning to use it. So in this review, I'm going to be breaking down the good, the bad, and ultimately why I saw past many of these flaws and chose Skool above many other more advanced tools out there to build my community, and I think that you may feel the same way by the end of this video. With that said, I'll put links in the description to where you can get a 14-day free trial afterwards, along with a link to my free YouTube community if you would like to learn more about growth on YouTube, and also just to see how communities work in general. First off, let me give you a tiny bit of background information here so that you can understand what makes Skool different from other tools out there later on. Skool itself was the brainchild of Sam Ovens, who was a famous digital marketer and agency coach who heavily used and taught people to grow Facebook communities so that they could build trust and get new clients, which is basically a community ascension model where you send people to a free community to warm them up and to get them onto a call, where you then sell your products and services to them moving forward, elevating them up your value ladder. This model works, and it works very, very well. Marketers have been using it for the last decade with great results. However, Facebook, being the pain in the ass platform that it is, decided to make it harder and harder to reach and communicate with your community members. They wanted you to pay to play and to pay for ads to contact your members, which, given the amount of work that it takes to maintain and create an active community, really did feel like a complete gut punch for most of the businesses and creators using communities on the platform. The return on investment for time involved in creating the community and maintaining it just kept getting squeezed, and group engagement just completely plummeted. It's why Sam Ovens created Skool out of a desire to have something better. But with few alternatives currently out there, we all had to just suck it up and just keep jumping through Facebook's ever-growing number of hoops. Personally, I gave up on using Facebook groups for business years ago. But why aren't there other options out there, I hear you ask? Well, there actually were. When Facebook groups first became popular, a number of private business-style community groups popped up. They even had their own apps on phones, and it just worked in the same way and looked very similar to Facebook. And I know this because I used to use one inside one of my businesses. But in the end, most of them failed as people kept going back to using Facebook groups. You see, people were already on Facebook and everybody knew how to use it. So getting them to download and use and learn a new app was just way too inconvenient, and groups in general were quite a new concept online. Now, remember this point because this is going to be important later on. Skool itself has a very social media fun feel to it. With the long Facebook-style newsfeed, it looks and feels a lot like an older version of Facebook. And this is, I believe, intentional. Sam and the team want it to feel familiar and intuitive to use. You can post text, add emojis, GIFs, images, videos, and even create polls just like in Facebook. And users can post and reply in the same way with text, images, GIFs, and videos, allowing for large and in-depth conversations in posts. This is not some basic question and answer community like some of the other learning platforms have. There are categories and filters for people to use so they can only see what they're most interested in. Remember, there is no Facebook-style algorithm here, making sure that you only see what it thinks you're going to be most interested in. Just the endless feed like the older Facebook groups, where you only saw members' content and all of it. No ads, bots, shadow banning, censorship, or other distractions inside. And I find myself wondering if the name Old Skool actually comes from the term old school, as this is what it feels like, an old school Facebook group. You can DM other members, block individual members or groups, and change notifications on a per group level. This gives you control over who can reach you so that you don't get spammed. But where it stands apart is that this was built by an educator and marketer specifically for businesses and educators. So Skool has features built in like the classroom area where you can store all of your online courses, workshops, and products. It has the typical course setup where you can add videos, text, resources, downloads, and even link to community posts. but it doesn't have advanced School features that you may expect from platforms like LearnWorlds or more learning-focused platforms, though School is a community-first platform where those are course-first, so this is to be expected and it still measures up pretty well. You can unlock access to courses as part of a paid subscription or as a one-time payment, allowing you to sell multiple products inside. So you can have a marketplace-style setup for all of your courses inside. But what you can also do is unlock products based on leaderboard levels. This is the gamification part of School, which is actually pretty addictive. Members get points for posting, commenting, and getting people to like their posts. These points can unlock different levels and in turn unlock gifts and prizes. So you could unlock the ability to chat to other members, online courses, live events, coaching calls, and much more. This incentivizes people to get involved and to take action inside the group, which is important, otherwise members just lurk in the background doing absolutely nothing and consuming content. I actually plan to keep removing these non-active members to keep the group active and engaging. Okay, so now for some of the bad points and why I nearly didn't stick with School. First off, they don't have any native video hosting, and I know they may be working on this, but as of the time of recording, they don't have it and I don't think it's coming anytime soon. This for me is a big flaw, especially for a platform that hosts online courses and lets people share video content. It means that courses need to be linked from other platforms like Wistia, Vimeo, or even YouTube. And YouTube is fine for posting, but if you use it for your course, then people can easily steal it. Not to mention all of the ads and links inside videos that can have members leaving your group. It's why Facebook stopped embedding and autoplaying YouTube videos to keep people on the platform. That leaves you needing one of the other paid platforms and increases your overall monthly platform cost. And it makes sharing videos for users much harder. You also can't do live calls in the community, meaning that again you need a third-party tool like Google Meets, Zoom, or Discord, which adds a further complexity and potential cost. You can't build any landing pages or send emails. In fact, you actually need Zapier to capture emails and send them to your autoresponder. So again, if you want web pages or email marketing, then you need other platform tools and Zapier to make it all work, which can potentially massively increase your overall monthly cost. And finally, it's not white label. You can't add your own domain. It will always be under school.com/your school name. This feels a lot like building out someone else's business and brand for them. Your members can also discover new and perhaps even better groups with just a couple of clicks from a drop-down menu, which for me makes zero sense. Why would I pay extra for something that's not private just like Facebook? And it's why I didn't use School up until now, and I just used other tools instead. Until one day it finally clicked, and yes, maybe I was a bit slow to the party here. But I finally got it. That was the point all along. It's meant to be like Facebook, but the older version with extra business features. I was looking at it from the wrong angle and comparing it to online school platforms. Yes, you are marketing someone else's brand, and members can find other communities, even those of your competitors. But that works both ways. You can also get customers just by being on the platform and having people search through like Facebook. You can get customers by simply commenting in other groups, as people will check out your profile and see that you have a community. The old Facebook group strategy that agencies and businesses use to grow also now works on School. Millions of users are being pushed to the platform by other businesses all of the time. It's become an ecosystem to do business in and where people can build connections. No other platform online does this. And with that, we come full circle, and it shows us why School will succeed where others have in the past failed. People will now have the School app in their pockets on their phones, so when you sell them your School community, they don't have to download anything new and they already know how to use it. Friction has been removed, and as you know, convenience always wins online. Add that to the rise in censorship and polarization on social media platforms, as well as people getting tired of all the ads, and you have the perfect storm for a massive shift in the market, one that even Facebook themselves can't stop. So in many ways, School isn't competing against other course or community platforms because it doesn't even need to. Sure, some extra features down the road would be nice, but School is not just a community or course platform. It's a built-in marketing resource for you to grow your online business in. And that's why I'm all in, and perhaps why you should be too. With that said, if you would like to join my YouTube community or get your 14-day free trial for School, then go and check out the links in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.